Hi everyone, welcome back. So as you can see, not at the plot yet. We're going to head there in a little bit, but first of all I want to go through some seed sowing that I'm going to be doing for March. Just thought it'd be interesting to show what I'm actually doing for March. Go through that and then we'll head down the plot. I'm in my lounge because the kitchen's been taken over by brassicas, as you may have seen on my Instagram. But yes, so let's crack on with that. So I'm growing quite a few, starting a few flowers from seed this month. So let's do the flowers first. Firstly, we've got two varieties of sweet pea, Everlasting Mixed and Royal Mixed. They're just from Wilkinson's. We're starting those this month. They may end up at the plot or they may end up in my garden here at home. Cosmos, can't do without Cosmos. They were absolutely beautiful last year, and I'm thinking about growing them in between. I grew them between the dahlias last year, but I'm thinking about doing the zinnias there this year. And then these Cosmos, I'm thinking about putting between the gladioli, which are in the flower and fruit garden on the plot. So I'm growing white Cosmos gazebo and Sensation Mixed Cosmos. And there's a dwarf Cosmos. This is a save seed that from last year are absolutely beautiful by the wildlife pond with massive petals on them. So I'm going to be growing those Cosmos. Now I just mentioned about the zinnia. These are two giant zinnias. These were inspired by Jim at Lake Effect Gardener. And these are the ones I got from Premier Seeds, and these giant zinnias look absolutely stunning. So I wanted to try these in between my dahlias where the Cosmos were last year. I had really tall Cosmos there last year, Pickety. I'm going to try these zinnias. So we've got a giant Purple Prince and Zinnia California Giant Mix. So that'll be interesting to see those. That's those ones. And then onto marigolds. Like this is the marigold, just the Tagetes brocade mix that I grew tons of last year, and they were all over the plot. Great for companion planting, and that's the main thing I have them for. And for the pollinators, the bumblebees in particular, absolutely love the French marigolds. So I'm going to be growing tons of those as I did last year. Then these are the African marigolds that I grew last year. These are all the saved seed from last year. So growing some of them. And then I've got some large white marigolds, which I admired on Ali's channel, My Rusty Garden. And she very kindly sent me some seeds over. So I'm really, really looking forward to trying these because they look absolutely stunning. So they're my marigolds for this year. I see loads of flowers. So next ones are just some violas. And that someone gave me these seed packets, so I'm going to use these up. They'll be great for going into maybe the hanging baskets and things like that, or just dotted around in pots around the plot or at home. Scabious, just to go maybe into the wildlife garden at the plot. That's a mixed, tall double mixed, and that again was given to me, so I might as well use them up. And the next one is Cleome. I've never grown this before. This is from Wilkinson's, but it looked really, really lovely. It's a half hardy annual. So that should be interesting to grow this year. And then Antirrhinum Monarch Mixed, again from Wilkinson's, just to give splashes of colour. I really love antirrhinums. So I'll give them a little go this year. And then Nigel, I grew this last year, and again I just want to have this dotted around the plot as well. That's Loving the Mist. Right, so that's all the flowers. We'll go on to the veg. So peas starting this month. Hearst Green Shaft, these were fantastic last year. They're really, really nice tasting peas. And I was quite successful early in the season with these, so I'm going to be growing more of these. As you can see from my last video, I've put another pea frame up because I really want to grow more peas this year. Early onward, these are they've been recommended to me, so I thought I'd give these a try. They're from Wilkinson's and Kelvedon Wonder as well. So they're the 3 pea varieties that I'm going to be trying. They're not going to go directly into the ground. They're going to go into root trainers probably, or just some, if I've got some guttering that I can find, I might try them in gutters. That's my peas. And then onto the more veg. So some green sprouting broccoli. These are from Premier Seeds. Just going to get some of those started, and then I'll get some more Calabrese started later on in the season. Some more kale. This is Kale Black Magic, Cavolo Nero style, and this is from Premier Seeds. Now, in my last video I showed you the seedlings that I brought on over the winter. Not sure how they're going to do, so I'm just going to sow some more of those Cavolo Nero just to be on the safe side, because I cannot be without that this year, because that was really, really good for me. And then I've got Brussels sprouts. These are a new variety that I wanted to try. This is Bosworth. And I'm also going to be trying Brendan. Danny at the Grapevine Garden is going to send me some of those very kindly to try those. I'm not going to do Evesham Special. Did Evesham Special last year, so I wanted to have a little bit of a change. So 2 varieties of sprouts, Bosworth and the Brendan. And then last but not least, we go on to finally the tomatoes. Okay, so I'm growing 5, maybe 6 varieties of tomato this year. So at the moment, I don't want to go crazy with them. I don't grow them for salad or cherry tomatoes or anything like that for eating. I grow them for like making sauces and putting for cooking basically. So these new ones I've never tried before. So we've got, this is from Just Seed. This is called Super Sauce. So I hope it lives up to its name. Big Mama, again, a really good tomato apparently for cooking and sauces. That's from Just Seed as well. And it's from Wilkinson's Rio Grande, again, good for cooking with. The other seeds are I'm undecided whether to go for the Roma again. They were really good for me last year. So if I might start some Roma off. I've got some save seed from last year. So I might do the Roma. We don't know. We'll see. I probably will. Because they were good for me last year for sauces. And then the other 2 are Cherokee Purple and San Marzano. And Danny from the Grapevine Garden is very kindly going to send those over to me, so I'll start those off. So that is the seeds that I'm going to be sowing this month. Let's go over to the plot. Okay, so we're going to head over to the plot now, but just been through my seeds, haven't I? So it'd be interesting to see, what are you starting in March? How many flower seeds you're starting? How many veg seeds you're starting? Comment below. I'd be really interested to see what everyone's up to. Right, we're up the plot and got a few jobs to do. I'll show you what we're doing. First of all, I just want to show you this beautiful hyacinth that's just coming into bloom. There we go, look. Absolutely good. I don't know if you can see it in the light there. Yeah, the ones that I planted, yeah, end of last year. They're going to look fabulous. Right. Okay, so we're going to do a bit of work on the fruit garden today. And this time of year, it's like a really good, if you haven't done so already, a good time of year to mulch and feed your fruit trees and fruit bushes. So, yeah, I've got that to do. And I've also got the new strawberry bed to make, because I'm going to move the strawberries over from their temporary home into the new fruit garden. So I'm going to make a new no-dig bed for the strawberries. So yeah, I'll turn you around and we'll see what he's doing. Right, so this is going to be the new site of the strawberry bed, the no-dig strawberry bed. I've already made the actual bed itself, knocked that together. The asparagus has been moved, so I'm going to show you where they've moved that to. So the asparagus is moved and the fennel is now being moved and given away and moved to various parts of the plot. There's one just lurking over there. So that's what's going to happen here. I've moved the perennials that were here. This is all gladioli bulbs here and here. That'll come up. So we're gonna mulch and feed these, the apple tree here. There's a loganberry there at the back, the raspberries all the way along. There's a cherry here, blackcurrant, strawberry bed, then more of the raspberries, and the another apple. So what I'm going to do is mulch around the bases of the trees and the fruit bushes with some compost, but I'm also going to put in some bloodfish and bone in there as well, so give them a good feed. And then the aim is to actually cover this whole area with bark to keep the weeds down during the season. So yeah, that is the plan. Let's crack on with it, eh? So what I wanted to do actually, because obviously I need some compost to mulch those fruit trees with, but haven't actually got enough. I've run out. I need to go to the shop and get some. But what inspired me to have a look at my own compost progress was I was watching Clare on Growing Plotty. If you don't know about her channel, go over and have a look. I'll put a link in the description. She's absolutely hilarious. I love her vlogs. Really, really funny. And she's a really, really good gardener. She really knows her stuff. And she was doing a bit of a piece about compost and how her compost was doing. So it inspired me to have a look at my middle bay and see how it's doing. So yeah, let's have a look, because I could, if that's halfway decent, I could be using some of that to do some mulching with. Let's go and have a look at it. Right, let's have a little look what we've got under here. I've just moved all the bricks and stuff off. And so this is my middle bay. It's been here about, I don't know, 6 months something. Right. It's not looking too bad, is it? It's still a bit rough. Yeah, I don't know where that... It's rotted down quite nicely though. So this has moved from this bay, which is my current bay, into here. I don't know, it must be about 6 months ago. But quite happy with that. So I think it's a bit rough. I don't know, maybe I can use some of it. What I'll do, I think now, I'll turn it and see what it's looking like. But yeah, not as good as Clare's. Never mind. Right, time to give this a bit of a turn over, I think, and see what it's like. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. It's quite rough underneath. I mean, some of it's broken down more than others, so yeah, not ready. I'll carry on turning it. Okay, so let's crack on with this. I'm going to put the bloodfish and bone down first, fork it in a little bit, and then I'm going to mulch it over some compost. So the mulching is done. So as you can see before, I blood, fish and bone, forked it in a little bit. So I've got these fruit trees mulched with some compost, just multi-purpose compost, and the loganberry and the raspberries at the back there, and then this huge blackberry and the small blackberry there, and then I put some blood, fish and bone on the raspberries at the back there and covered them with the bark mulch, and then I uncovered this and blood, fish and bone, compost, back over the bark, and then I give this some blood, fish and bone, this strawberry bed, and give it a fresh little layer of new compost. So yeah, just got to finish the bark. I'm going to get some bark chips tomorrow as well, and I need to get plenty of bark for all here, and this will be all finished off, and then I'll come back tomorrow with some more compost as well and redo this strawberry bed. Right, cup of tea. Right, well, it's day 2. I'm back on the plot, and been to the shops, got some compost, so I'm all loaded up with compost. So it's time to get on with the strawberry bed and finish this fruit garden. Let's go. Okay, so I pre-cut some cardboard. So this bed is going to be no dig bed. So I'll pre-cut some cardboard. I prepared and levelled this ground yesterday actually, and level this out the best way I can. It does, this whole side of my allotment actually slopes to one side on this side, but levelled it out as much as I can. Then I've pre-cut this cardboard. I'm just going to fix this. Obviously going to be a no dig bed, so I'm going to layer it with compost with cardboard even first, and this is just to stop any weeds coming through, any perennial weeds, because there is a bit of a bindweed problem on this plot as well. And yeah, and then we're just going to layer on top. It's like a really well-known method, but if you're not sure how to do it, it's super easy. What I tend to do is layer it, then I'll put some couple of watering cans of water over the top just to dampen that down, and so the compost is not all spilling out off it. So yeah, I'm going to do that now. Right, so that's the composting. This is just multi-purpose peat-free compost from it's from Lidl actually, but you know what these composts are like now. They're full of bits and pieces and twigs and bits of plastic and everything. I mean, unless you really buy very expensive compost, I mean, that's the way it's going to be. But it's going to be fine as a growing medium. And then I'm just going to add some blood, fish and bone to it, and some chicken manure pellets just to enrich it, just in case. Oh, bags are flying away. I'm just going to tickle the surface of that. Okay, it's ready for the strawberries. Let's go and get them. Right, now these are the strawberries that I put in their temporary home with the Nebraska bed up there. When I moved the the apple tree and stuff for the greenhouse build. So I'm just going to pop these in. I've worked out it's exactly the same size as the bed at the top end for the strawberries. So that's about 16 plants. Let's position them first. I don't want them too close together because they'll crop a lot better if you give them some space. Now these strawberries were runners last year, so they should give me a decent crop this year. There you go, all done. So I've just watered these in just to settle the compost really. They're just looking a bit scraggly now, but there's loads of new shoots coming on this, so they'll be absolutely fine. So I'm quite happy. This fruit garden completed apart from the bark mulch that I'm going to put on. So everything's in that should be in. Strawberry bed's now made, and then this is all, say, these are gladioli bulbs here and here. I'm going to interplant these with cosmos. And yeah, I'll just give the strawberry bed up here, and then this is all going to be mulched over. There's a lot of herbaceous perennial flowers and things like that in here as well, so but yeah, it's going to look really, really good. So that is pretty much it for this week's vlog. So I just really want to say, actually, thanks so much for all my new subscribers and all the comments I'm getting on my channel. It really, really makes me smile when I see each and every comment, and don't forget to give me the like and give me that thumbs up. It really makes me smile. Thanks to all the subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, please do consider subscribing. Sort of over 400 now. My aim is to get to over the 1,000 mark before my YouTube 1 year anniversary, which is at the end of July this year. So stay tuned for more projects and builds and lots more going on, and I'll see you next time.